Okay, and
Hey guys, you're too
ready?
close. Toby, back up.
Let's go. Hey folks, welcome to the December 11th devotion. As we begin, a question for you. Here's an easy one. Who is in charge of England? Who knows?
The Queen of England.
The Queen of England. All right. Who is in charge of Saudi Arabia?
I don't know.
The King of Saudi Arabia, of course.
There's a king of Saudi Arabia?
Sure. Who's in charge of America?
The President of America.
I guess he's got some help too, but yeah.
How about the executive?
Who's in charge of the state of Minnesota?
The governor.
What's-
Minnesota?
Do you know his name?
No.
Governor Walz. Hi, Governor Walz. Actually, you're probably not watching. But anyway, back in the time when Jesus was born, the guy in charge was a fellow by the name of Caesar Augustus. He was the emperor of the Roman Empire at the time, and they ruled all of the land of Israel and all of these other nations around them. So Caesar Augustus was the guy in charge. Let's look at what happened while he was in charge. We're reading today from the Gospel of Luke, chapter 2, verses 1 to 4. Here's what it says. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world. This was the first census that took place while Quirinius was governor of Syria, and everyone went to his own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee of Judea to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house and line of David. So, the emperor had ordered a census, which basically means they had to count everyone who lived in the whole empire. We actually do that in America every 10 years, and this year we did a census also. I got a little form that I had to fill out. It took me about 2 minutes to tell them that 8 people lived in our house. But back in the Roman times, the census was a lot harder. It was a lot bigger deal. Everybody had to travel in order to register. Did you catch where they had to travel to?
Their hometown.
Yes, they had to travel to their hometown. And so for Joseph, where was his hometown? Somebody else know the answer. Yes.
Bethlehem.
His hometown was Bethlehem, that's right. So they traveled from Nazareth to Bethlehem. Nazareth, of course, was where they got married, and Bethlehem is, well, it's a famous place, as we'll read about in coming days. That would have been a trip that would have taken maybe 7 to 10 days, depending on how fast they walked. So it was a major thing they had to do. It was hard living in the Roman Empire with Caesar Augustus in charge. But wait, it was actually God who was in charge, because God had planned that they had to go to Bethlehem. God was the one who sent them there. God was the one who used Caesar Augustus and the census to get his people in Bethlehem, because hundreds of years before that, God had promised that the king to come would be born in Bethlehem. So, God was in charge all along, and they had to go to Bethlehem because God said so. Well, let's sing about what happened in Royal David's city.
Gonna give you a quick little hymn lesson here. So Once in Royal David City was written by a woman named Cecil Alexander, and she wrote lots of hymns for children. She had a whole hymnal just to teach children about things of the Bible and things about God. And Once in Royal David City is supposed to make you think of the phrase once upon a time, but this is the best kind of a story because it's true. So even though this was in a hymnal for children, this one was marked as also being suitable for adults. So how about that? Something for everybody.
Once in Royal David City stood a lowly cattle shed, where among
and adults alike.
Nice job on the lyrics, Owen. Let's pray. God, help us to believe that you are in charge and to trust you so that we don't have fear and worry, even when it looks like someone else is on the throne. We know that you're in charge of everything. Amen. Tonight. Hey, you took my advent calendar.
I don't know.
Me, I suppose.
All
Because I
right.
had piano lesson this morning.
Well,
Where did you put it?
guess I owe you one, guys. We'll get it next time.
No, you can't just.
It's here.
Oh, wait a minute.
You just didn't.
I just didn't dig far enough. All right.
Are you sure it's still going?
Oh, it's still going. All right. Joseph left Nazareth, a town in Galilee. He went to the town of Bethlehem in Judea. The letter S. The letter S.
S.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.